Well, how it do, how it be, how it is, everybody. Welcome in and welcome back. We're jumping back into Doom Scroll, the second to last episode. You might be saying, weird, something's off. There's daytime in the background. Well, this is from the past. Unfortunately, due to scheduling things, this is a recording, but on the 5th, we will be having our finale live. So fret not. We will be able to have all the hypes and all the good stuffs. Very excited. I'm Sir Feffers, the humble dungeon master at the Longshot table, and right now we're in between our seasons, and we'll be picking up in season 7 in August, to be determined for the Tuesday campaign, but that is the beginning of season 7, 4 weekly streamed campaigns, and I've been able to take the summer to relax and scheme. In the interim, we have such amazing talents coming on for the summer series run, in this case, by the amazing Ben Brainard. It has been an absolute journey. It is a very good story, and if you want to catch up, this being the 3rd summer series of the same kind of narrative that Ben's done here, you can go over to the YouTube. It's called Longshot. It's just as partnered there as it is here, so feel free to help us get gas in our tank. Yeah, if you want to join our community, we have the Discord. If you're watching this right now, I'm also the current time, what you would call current time, is also here hanging out, watching along. Say hi, future Jeff. High five, future Jeff. Bang. Let's go. I've got a Patreon, and we've got merch on the rise. There's an amazing LARP called Heinefall. If you don't know, you're missing out. It's coming up in November, I believe. I'd have to double check. But it's phenomenal. It's a 5-day event out at the Sherwood Forest Fair in just north of Austin, Texas. All this phenomenal art you see before you is done by the amazing Oddity Draws. Love you dearly, Oddity. That's it for me. Let me throw it over to Annie.
Hello, I'm Annie. I'm a teacher and an editor and an effects creator. If you ever see those little things on TikTok that you can put in that gives you makeup or funny hats or whatever, I make those. But you guys probably know me best as Here to Learn as a Twitch vibe here. I do also have a tournament that I'm writing. So if you want to hear more about that, it is a tournament for D&D. I'm calling it Ascent 20. It's cooperative, it's a roguelite, and there's no PvP unless you want it. You go from level 1 to level 20 all through the course of one game. And so give me a follow if you want to know more about that. CB.
Hello, my name is Omega, also known as Critbard across all social media channels. My pronouns are he and they. I do way too much in this world, so you just gotta check my socials for the things I'm doing. And I'm here playing our lovable wizard Rick, who is, as always, over it. And I'm very excited for things to come. Aiden, go.
I am Aiden, formerly Shay Aiden. You can catch me at Shay Aiden on almost all social media platforms. I am playing the Rock, Kerell, Monk, Olok, our sweet, lovable boy. Yeah, and I'm super excited for this session. I'm going to pass it to our DM, Ben.
Hello. Hi. I'm excited for this penultimate episode. We had fun last episode, and honestly, a big struggle of being a DM is like you have a really good episode, and then you're like, how am I supposed to fucking follow that shit up? It's fine. I'll figure it out. I'm on tour again. I just had a couple shows, Baltimore and Philadelphia. Those went really well. I took like a 2-month break of going on tour, tried to recenter and get back on my legs. So the Baltimore show was fun. The Philly show was just manic. I think I didn't tell one rehearsed joke for an hour and 18 minutes. And just had laughs throughout. The phrase "Go Birds" now means rest in peace. So that's always. It doesn't, but at some point during the show, we were talking about Ozzy, and "Go Birds" came out because it's Philadelphia, and that's just what you say. I was asking people. This is a fun thing that I do on the road now, and it's a fun thought experiment for everyone watching. Chicago Pope is a thing, as everybody knows. I don't remember his real name. He is just simply Chicago Pope now,
I have
which
no idea
means
either.
the body and the blood
Leo.
is now obviously it's a beef and cheese and a shot of Malort. That's what body and blood is because he's from Chicago. So
Not the Malort.
if Pope was from your city or state, what would the body and blood be?
Oh,
Like for example, if it was St. Louis Pope, the body would be an gooey butter cake, and the blood would probably just be more gooey butter cake. Honestly, it's pretty. I don't know. It's a non-Newtonian
I'm like,
fluid.
St. Louis in here. Hold on.
yeah.
Speak correctly.
Yeah. I love gooey butter cake, dude. It's so good. But yeah, Philly decided that it would be either a pretzel or a hoagie, specifically pronounced like that. And then the blood would be wood or ice.
wood or ice. Got it.
Wood or ice. It's a snow cone. It's shaved ice that has they call it water ice, but with the Delco accent, it's wood or ice. And we all just laughed. Someone said it normally. They were like, water ice. And then the whole crowd was like, yeah. And then there was like a brief moment where everyone went wood or ice. Like they fixed their own. It was a good time.
It's a natural course
it was a good
correction there.
With that being said, let's hop into this. I'll give you guys, as I always do, the general overview to welcome you into this campaign. Welcome to Archid. If this is your first time here, let me get you caught up. Archid is the capital city on the island of Laurent. Laurent is an island in the middle of the ocean that has been inhabited by people seeking refuge from persecution. Religious, racial, legal, doesn't matter. Don't ask because they won't tell. 40 years ago, an evil wizard discovered a new power and took over the city. He both girl-bossed and gatekept. 30 years ago, some adventurers came together via unexpected circumstances, got over their differences, and started, then also ended, a rebellion against the wizard. Somebody tell John Hughes, I smell a high school movie. 20 years ago, some nerd built a device to talk to her dead dad, but the device went haywire and weakened the yoke between the planes, and the multiverse started crashing into itself. The nerd and her friends got together and fought an evil god and fixed the multiverse. Unfortunately, they probably should have gone for the head. And that leads us to last episode. Last episode, I got the entire party to make the Macaulay Culkin shocked face from Home Alone. Goal achieved. They solved the puzzle and found the pirates, and also the mafia, and also a god. A lesser god, of course. A lot of portals opened up and a lot of Metroids popped out. For legal reasons, they weren't actually Metroids, but they were actually annoying. So annoying, in fact, that they had to call in the most educated being in the Rolodex of existence on the topic of annoyances. Mantiroso, the god of the bite. Or the bit. Just don't tell him. In the wise words of your clever friend that likes to wake up at noon, the second mouse gets the cheese. Unfortunately, Mantiroso has never been second to any cheese. Hunger took advantage of that, and now Deadpool is stuck in a bottle, and not even an alcoholic one. The ticking hasn't stopped. The evil god has captured the less evil god, and the D&D equivalent of colonization has docked on the island, which leads us to this episode of Cliffhanger.
Cliffhangers.
We will begin at the House of Pie. Which is funny to me because there is a pie shop down the road called the Republic of Pie. And it's fine.
The par pie.
Well, I'm not a big pie guy, and I don't like they have like a cookies and cream pie, and it's just like it's like that butterscotch category of sweetness. Where it's like, I love ice cream, but this is too.
Got it.
It's for someone else. It's just not from. Anyway, we're starting at the House of Pie, the House of Arctreon.
Not to be confused
Everyone
with the
had a
International House of Pancakes.
Not to be confused with the International House of Pancakes.
Interdependent.
That place is a snow scry zone. Everyone had a rough night, and Pie, you had a sleep,
Sure.
rough or otherwise.
Yeah.
Your eyes were closed. You wake up to the sound of a knock on the front door. And a couple seconds later, some heavy footsteps are approaching the door opens, and you hear a familiar woman's voice say,
Come in.
It's a knock on your front door.
Oh, front door.
Archid's answering it. You hear a familiar woman's voice saying, you need to upgrade your defense systems. I could have just walked right in here. To which Archid replies, that is my defense system. I am the defense system. Some days, honestly, if I'm being fully honest with you, Ella, some days I do hope somebody would just walk in. No one ever does. You should just walk in more. I literally have a bag with your name on it.
Aw.
She says, okay,
Wait.
no. And you hear just a very quick thwacking noise, and then Archid goes, not the shin! And after a moment, Isla says, is Pi here? I assume. I don't think that... What age do girls start sneaking out of their rooms? Are we past that? I feel we're past that. She's probably in. You should just check her room. I don't know why I am. It's smart of you to not turn your back to me, though. All of this is happening as you can just hear. It's a footstep and then a clink of a cane, and then your door just gets pushed open, and Ellis is not looking at you. She is fully not taking eyes off of Archid, who you can only assume is just moving very, very slowly towards the bag that literally has Ellis's name on it. As if I move slow enough, she can't see me do this. Ellis, without looking, tosses a small wooden carving into your room. She goes, Uncle Daystrider dropped that off for me. Well, for you. For me to give to... Look, your weird cat god thing gave him this with the instructions, tell her not to do something I wouldn't do. And if you ask me follow-up questions, I'm just going to have to lower you down the list of people that I think are intelligent, because you know damn well I don't have any more answers than what I'm telling you. Uncle Daystrider refuses to give me more anything, and your cat barely knows stuff until he says the things. And for whatever reason, he hasn't died yet, we think. I don't know. Here's the deal. That's for you. I don't know what it means. I don't know what the instructions mean. And also, Uncle Daystrider said, hey, have you seen my bag of holding? Mentiroso borrowed it.
That's for me. Have I
yes,
seen?
I know I'm not looking at you, and it's because you shouldn't ever take your eyes off a beast that's on the hunt.
No, that's fair. I haven't seen his bag of holding.
Okay,
What were
thanks.
the instructions for this again?
Oh my god.
Just don't do.
This is perfect. Kiki.
Jesus Christ. Okay. The cat told Uncle Daystrider, who then told me, the cat said to tell you, don't do anything I wouldn't do. And then I was handed this wooden carving of a fucking, alligator. I assume that's what that is. It'd be weird if it was a crocodile, I think.
Okay.
It's got a rounded nose. I've read a book. There you go. Wood carving from,
Got it.
shockingly, a god. Don't do something he wouldn't do. What is that?
It's a very short list. I don't know. Okay.
Fuck if I know.
Got it. Okay.
And then she picks her
thanks.
cane back up and points it at Archid and slowly just starts like stumbling and rotating her way around back towards the front door. One day I'm just gonna walk in here and you won't be ready for it. And then the door closes. Little does she know, I'm always ready for it.
Okay, so I have a wooden alligator.
It looks like it, yes. Do you also have a weapon?
Yes, I do.
Grab it.
Okay.
Meet me in the arena.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna grab my quarterstaff and be ready.
You
Lightning
don't
fast.
see it, but Archid does a little heel click as he's like giddily running through the door. And what you do hear is success!
Oh no.
We're gonna beat up a student!
Oh no.
And then you feel a very slight rumble in response, just in the ground.
Concern.
Is there anything you want to do before you just head straight to the arena for this?
Yeah, I need to visit a lawyer. I have a will I need to fill out. I have a note.
What's
I
the
wanna
life
write.
insurance out here?
Yeah, I know. I'm just trying to figure out who the heck I
mean,
need to make this
I
out
feel
to.
like they'd rarely come into play because they got resurrection magic and healing magic out the wazoo, you know?
And no laws on this island.
I think it'd be
Yeah.
more of a lost at sea kind of thing.
All I
All
know
the laws
is
are mostly under vibes.
I,
Feels bad.
If I had my magic, I probably would have done something to try and keep myself from dying in the next couple hours, but I don't think I have anything to fix that. So, I suppose I'll take this with me. I don't know what it's for, but it's the cat. It'll come in handy at some point. I don't know. He knows things.
Maybe. I think that's the first time anyone's ever said that. You get to the arena. Archid is doing some stretching.
Okay.
Shaxus is sitting in the stands with the largest popcorn that they have. You walk in, Archid notices and sees you and goes, "Good, okay. Lesson 1. Hit me."
Okay. I will. Hold on a second. I need to find something. All right. I guess I'll take the shillelagh and give him a whack.
Shillelagh, if I'm not mistaken, is a spell. No.
Oh no, sorry. The quarterstaff. It's
Okay.
yeah.
All right. Roll to hit.
Oh Lord.
At advantage because he is fully just sticking his chin out.
I do love the idea of like hit me like a bonk, like right in the middle of the face.
Oversaturated
That's a-
bass music.
That is okay. Hold on a second though. I imagine what do I can do my regular roll to hit, I guess. So that's a plus 20. It's 20.
Oh,
Yeah, a dirty 20 hits. Go
Yeah.
ahead and roll your damage for the quarterstaff.
Okay. Yeah. Not gonna be much. It's a 5.
Okay. As you go to swing, in the briefest of moments, when the first atoms even of your quarterstaff make contact with Archid's chin, the wood carving that you have glows with a bright, radiant light. And even for just that fraction of a second, you feel the ambient pieces of Mentiroso spread through you and into your quarterstaff.
Ooh.
Go ahead and roll your extra 2d8 for the divine strike bonus.
Ooh. Okay.
We get magic back.
That's just 6.
I'm bringing clerics back. Yeah.
There's like a slight smoking on his chin because the radiance I am confused.
Did I do it wrong?
No, I felt it. That is good. You did. I was under the impression that you no longer had your god magic stuff.
Well, I did get this thing from Menti. Do you think that's doing something? I felt kind of. When I connected with you, I felt something. And it's not just like happy that I actually made the hit. I think the little thing he gave me is doing something. Why are you making that face?
Are you still feeling it now?
I don't know, am I? No. Can we try again?
Interesting. Sure, you can try again.
Yay, okay. That's another dirty 20.
Yeah, that hits.
Let's go.
Roll your damage with the extra 2d8 from divine strikes.
Okay.
Hype.
13.
13. Yeah, I mean, again, right as you make contact, the carving glows. You feel the radiance. It goes up into the quarterstaff. And Archid takes it and goes, I want you to know what I'm wrestling with right now is the idea of theorizing.
You're wrestling with the idea of theorizing?
It seems so boring.
I wasn't aware there was so much metacognition in martial combat.
Well, the goal of training martial combat is that the metacognition is just in your muscles, not your brain, because as everyone knows, your muscles are better than your brain. Brawn
Does everyone know
beats
that?
brain. Brawn beats brain every time.
Rick just woke up in his sleep and went back to sleep.
I'll write that down.
You sleep?
Yeah, that's fair.
If you have to think about your reactions, you're already too slow.
Yeah, that's true.
However, when you hit me, your god seems to like it.
I don't think it's personal.
It could be. It might be. We shouldn't de-theorize that. I don't know
Okay.
how any of this works. I mostly punch. Can you do a spell?
I can try. She'll do. Should I just do a healing spell, or do you want me to try and hit you again?
You should heal me first.
Okay.
Absolutely heal me first.
Okay.
Not that I am in any real danger.
I didn't say you were. You're good. Let's do. Trying to find one that's. Let's do a healing word. Okay. So I would for that one. I think I can just say it, right? Yeah, it's only verbal. Okay. So I'll go ahead and just kind of put my hand up on the spot that I hit gently. Put it up on the spot that I hit, and then and it's 2d4 plus, where is it? 2d4 plus 4. Why don't I have d4s? There we go. Come back. Drop the die. If you're playing
Oh,
bingo.
Bingo!
6 plus 4 is 10. So you would get 10 points of healing back. Is it fixing it? Does it feel better?
I don't feel anything. Then Pi, you wouldn't feel the magic either.
Oh,
As you go to
okay.
cast healing word.
Okay.
I have one more theory.
Okay.
Hit me with a spell.
Okay. A little concerned.
And he
about
walks
I
away
just
and
do-
just puts his hands on his fists on his hips. Just puffs out his chest.
All right. I'm going to find something that is not going to hurt him too bad.
Don't worry. You cannot hurt me.
All righty. We can do a guiding bolt, I guess. Should I roll the hit? Like do a normal spell
Yeah,
attack?
roll to hit at advantage.
Okay. Those are both 15, so that would be a 26.
let's go.
26 hits.
Sorry, 24. My bad.
Let's go.
As you go to do the somatic components of
Okay.
guiding bolt,
Hmm.
your wood carving starts to glow. And you
Okay.
feel the radiant energy take over your body as you deliver this guiding bolt to Arcturion. You can roll your damage.
Okay. $17.
Okay. Arcturion now with just like almost like a black smudge of soot and just a little smoke coming out on his
Mhm.
chest just goes, I think we found out what your god wouldn't do. And it's heal.
Oh my god.
He does seem to like the violence though.
Yeah, he
which
does.
I can respect.
Okay. Okay. Well, I that's a good thing. At least I can.
Oh, it's a wonderful thing. I've always said that I feel magic is tainted by all of the things that don't just blow stuff up.
I can blow things up if you want, but yeah.
Oh, no, I think we're
Okay. Okay.
I think we're okay on
Okay.
I think we're okay on that part.
That's a relief. That's a relief.
Mm.
Now I got to figure out
I
how
thought
to
this
give...
would be barbarian training. And all you've really done is blow me up with a god who's not even here, which
We could do barbarian training.
like I'm
too.
happy about that, but I think Shaxus and I are now just going to punch each other in the face a lot. And Shaxus is in the crowd going, "Yes!"
In that case, I'm gonna walk up to this to the thing. I'm going to check. Can I have that? Sit down, kick back, and start watching.
Oh, and they just have any of you guys seen the anime Yu Yu Hakusho?
I know of it, but I haven't seen it that I know
I
of.
don't think so.
Yes.
It's a great anime. If you've seen Hunter x Hunter, it's the guy who made Hunter x Hunter. It's the
Oh.
first one that he made. It's
Mhm.
it's wonderful. Basically, every arc of the show is finding a new way for teenagers to beat the shit out of either each other or demons. It's a wonderful show. It's one of those things where you're like, is this the same plot as the previous season? And then you're like, absolutely, yeah, bring it. I'm happy about it. There's an episode where our main character Yusuke is fighting an Australian demon, he's a demon, but for whatever reason, he has an Australian accent. It's whatever.
This can be
Like you
Australian.
Yeah, and they're just having a great time beating the shit out of each other, and they're like, "Well, we need this fight to end, so let's do a knife edge death match." And so they both take daggers and they put daggers down, like stab it in the ground, and they put one heel into the edge of the dagger, and they both stand next to each other with it, like, arm wrestle ish, but instead of elbows in things, it's like the back of their heel is touching a blade, and they just stand there and they just exchange punches back and forth as hard as they can until one of them falls down or gets stabbed by the dagger. That is what you're watching.
Okay.
You're watching a lion and a minotaur punch each other and laugh.
It's like a reverse tug of war.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Meanwhile, a boat arrives. It's a very regal boat. It's definitely not the largest in the fleet, but the size is there to compensate. The crew is the crew of the ship does not leave the ship, but the mayor and a couple of the people who work in the mayor's office do go out to the docks to welcome this ship in. Olok, Rick, and Letto, you three are welcome to be outside and noticing this.
There would
Yes,
have been a
Letto.
brief time where I would have gone to go check on Pi, and because I know that through the front door is just like the living room or whatever, the kitchen, I'm going to go walk in, and then I just hear Archid go, "I just wish one day someone would come through that door," and he just turns his butt around. He goes off to go find his friends. He goes off to go find the rest of the gang.
This is the next day.
This is the next day after.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
I think it would be very interested to know what's happening. So yeah, he would be out.
Just kind of leaning on Olok. Watching the
Olok.
boat.
Olok, you recognize this flag that is being flown by the ship. And furthermore, you recognize the human that steps off of the ship. He's not a king, however, he does seem to dress like a man who is close to a king. Very regal, very just pressed. He's got the pauldrons on and all these ribbons and accolades. Very dressed up to as if this is an important meeting amongst two great nations who have sent the best of the best. And the mayor, however, is just the mayor. He is wearing his normal shit. It is Tuesday to him. And he has a welcoming party. This man does. The human does. He walks off with a welcoming party of about six other men behind him who are not dressed for combat, but are dressed for the potentiality of combat. Think like Secret Service. They're wearing suits, but kind of thing. Yes, Letto?
May I study the ship just to see, is it reinforced hull? Is it fast? Is it particularly armed?
Sure, you
Sabotageable?
can give me an investigation check, but you can do so at advantage due to your piratiness.
I am piratey. Oh. You said investigation?
Yeah.
19.
Yeah, this is a really nice ship.
This is a very nice ship.
It's definitely capable of some pretty good like top speeds.
Definitely capable of like some good or like top speeds.
It has a full crew on top of the meeting party that's there. Like you can still see people are like, for lack of a better phrase, battening down the hatches and like, pulling the sails in, and people are like cleaning. Like
you can see
there, if nothing else, this ship has money behind it and is well taken care of.
Smell of money.
It would make sense for it to have some defenses. However, based on the fact that none of those defenses are being shown, the purpose of this ship is not right now meant for combat or defense. If you were trying to sabotage it, this would definitely be on the list of, if there's a different ship that I could possibly target instead, then I would target that other ship instead. It's like a burglar walking through a neighborhood and you see one of those ADT signs stuck in the front yard. And you're like, ugh.
I might be able to sneak my little self onto that boat. Get a few answers, maybe? Thoughts? What's more sneaky than an invisible Firbolg? An invisible octopus?
Olok's not saying anything. Olok is just staring.
Seeing this,
blankly
I'm
staring.
Over to Rick.
Rick is just watching again this boat, the people, not lost in it necessarily, just analyzing. But at Letto, there's the slowest turn of his head. Have you heard the term phrased main character syndrome? It's the thought that you, specifically you, can do a thing without being seen or noticed or cared for without consequence. Are you sure you want to attempt to sneak to a ship of a neighboring group sent here for negotiations after what we have already been through? If you do, so be it. But understand that the consequences are dire if you, Seacow, are caught.
Perhaps along the deck. Look at it.
We should just watch.
Yeah, all right. What's the name of the ship?
Tessie.
Tessie? The SS Tessie?
Tessitura?
Can I make a history check real quick on the boat? On the boat name real fast?
Yeah.
That's 11.
All right. The boat name starts with a T. Which
you
means...
bastard.
Yeah.
You did not just do that to me.
Yeah, I did. For those that don't know, Feff has a tendency when DMing games, if he has an NPC that he hasn't come up with a name for yet, and we say, hey, what's this guy's name? There's like a 7 out of 10 chance he's just going to pick a name that starts with T.
For years.
For years. I chose the name Tessie because it starts with a T, and I think that's funny. And 2, boat names need to be a woman. And 3, there's a song.
I know. I have it in my head. It's by Dropkick Murphys.
Is that the Dropkick Murphys?
Possibly?
It is. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that is the Dropkick Murphys. Tessie is the royal rooted rally cry. Tessie is the song we always sung.
Every April to October
there's
night.
no reason for the. It's a song about the Boston Red Sox. It's just it's a fun one. It starts with it feels like a good boat name.
It's a great song too. It's a good
It's the
boat
Royal
song.
Rooters Rally Cry. It's the tune they always sung, echoed April through October nights
Overnight.
after serenading Stall, Deneen, and Young. Tessie is a maiden with the sparkling eye. Tessie is a maiden with the love. She doesn't know the meaning of her sight. She's got a comment full of love. Sometimes when the game is on the line, Tessie always carried them away. Up the road from third base to Huntington, the boys always sing and sway. 2, 3, 4.
Tessie.
Yeah, it's a good song.
It's a very good song.
Go Boston Red Sox. That's, yeah, so you're 11 on history.
Cool. I go back to the group. Not seeing Olok has changed at all. I give him a little, just like a 1% little boot kick. Just a little boop. Boop.
That is him.
Oh.
Olok's just still facing, not looking at anybody else.
That is the man who drove my family from their home.
Really quickly, out of character. Man who looks like royal but not royal is same as Simulacrum. Great. I didn't know if he was like somebody behind that person. Cool. Great.
Also above the table, Olok speaks a lot like Elmo most of the time, in that Elmo never says I or me. Elmo always says Elmo.
Yeah.
Is that what just happened? Is Olok specifically, is there something different about Olok, or were you channeling Arctreon?
What did I say? Something? Hold on.
It sounded a lot less, Elmo doesn't sound like that. Elmo doesn't, and a lot more like, I'm gonna kill that man.
There's something off. There's like, everybody knows the instance where like somebody walks in the room that you don't like and your kind of tone shifts a little bit. It's that. It's like there's a shark in the water. There's a shark in the water. And Arctreon, excuse me. I'm already in it. I'm already in it. Olok knows this. Like, Olok does not like this person, but Olok still isn't, as a monk, he's not super, he's trying to, complexion and peace but there is a fire brewing in Olok, because this man's presence means nothing but bad.
I do not trust
guys,
this man.
Clearly, they are here for a reason. I would not think, and he looks back at the boat, looking at the number. It's not a lot, but it's enough. That is not a simple visiting retinue. That is something a little bit more. Do you believe they are coming to do here what they've done to your people?
Olok doesn't know. But Olok doesn't like this.
If the question is yes, what will Olok do? Rick is fully turned to look at Olok when he says this, hands behind back. Very inquisitive, but like trying to get to a root of where Olok's feelings are.
So Olok's still making eye contact as this gentleman, comes off the ship.
What Olok must.
And Olok starts to get closer to the arrival party, but not enough to draw attention, but enough to maybe get an earful of what's going on.
That's going to be my next question. I highly doubt it's just the three of us out there.
No, there's a lot of people.
Great. Okay, I wouldn't think, at least selfishly, at least for Rick's view, he's not trying to be very close to the group at all, but enough that he can see what's going on. So if Olok
Right.
begins to get a little closer, he will match that slightly. But again, just not enough that our group suddenly becomes a spotlighted focal group.
Yeah.
Mm.
I would say with your passive investigation, Rick, something that you might be able to pick up on based on the crowd that has gathered and based on like how many people are simply just here to like it's almost sort of like a paparazzi-esque wall of like, oh, let's go look. I think it'd be safe for you to conclude that over the past couple of days, while you guys have been stupid busy with misfortune, there was probably some level of like memo put out or town crier announcement that this arrival was happening and people were to be expecting it. So this is sort of like most of the city is aware that this guy is coming here today, and probably some sort of like speech is going to be had.
Okay.
I am going to take some spell components, put it in my pipe, and after 10 minutes of that, ritual cast detect magic and see if maybe this is simulacrum, see what kind of magic we're working on, see if there's any protective magics on the ship, etc.
I think that's going to require us being much closer, too.
I don't think you need to be closer to know that. Yep, lots of magic is happening here.
There's a lot of magic happening here.
Yeah, there's a lot of magic on the boat. It's one of those things where you wouldn't be close enough to the guy. You'd have to be damn close to figure out, is it the clothes that are magic, or is it he that is magic, or is it some combination of the two? But like, in some way, shape, or form, pretty much everything he is wearing and holding has magic, and the 6 guys that are walking behind him also head to toe covered in magic.
Well, they came prepared.
Yeah, these are people from a very wealthy place.
It's giving shmoney. Got it. Watching this is the ego of the wizard coming out, right? Watching Letto go through this process to detect magic, his eyes just flick over watching him do his process and just shakes his head. It's like, of course they're going to be head to toe covered in protective weaves and wards and things. They're coming from a nation to a new nation to do more than just talk. But I'm happy that you aced your detect magic class. Is the vibe that he is giving to Letto.
I'll need to get closer to see if it's a simulacrum or if it's the real deal.
I cannot stop your feet from whence they will walk.
You so right. and I'll go for like a casual amble on by kind of vibe, a little, maybe a small whistle.
Yeah,
I will say
it's
that
definitely hard as hell to do casual amble. The closer you get, the tighter the crowd is. It's like a wall of people. But
I am tall.
Okay, give me.
I stand out a little bit, but I'm trying to mind my business. I'm trying to just
give me a perception check using your spellcasting modifier, which I believe is also still just wisdom anyway.
Oh yeah, it's +8 either way. 23. 15 + 8.
23. Okay. As far as you can tell, this is not a simulacrum.
I go back.
I would give there can be a margin of error here, but it's enough for you to I would say that you would pretty confident be like, at the very least, that one isn't a simulacrum.
Good to know.
But also, to be fair, I don't think detect magic will show if it's a simulacrum or not.
It tells me what kind of magic is in play.
Yes, but just like a familiar, There's probably like etchings, but technically those are fully realized things, not necessarily magical elements. But yeah.
I could see that. I could see it both ways.
Yeah.
Let me see. Okay, so according to this, which I am willing to agree with, this is just a very quick Reddit search. They would detect illusion magic over the entire thing. It is at its core essentially an animated snowman.
Animated snowman. It's a construct.
So yeah, if it were a simulacrum, you would be able to detect the illusion magic.
That's fair. That's fair.
And as far as you can tell, a lot of crowd, and you are just casually trying to keep this as simple as possible. He is covered head to toe in other magics, but from what you can gather, you're not picking up magic from him.
Okay.
Not in any illusion magics.
Whenever I get back to the group, I'll share that information.
Okay.
As far as we know, not a snow clone.
All right.
As far as you can tell now.
And as a note,
Are there ways to protect from him figuring that out? Absolutely.
Yeah.
But barring that, right now, Letto can't look and be like, Letto has looked and gone, almost certainly that one isn't. Based off of what I know, that one is not a simulacrum.
Yeah. And I was just saying that Rick is not like hugging or staying close to Olok necessarily, but he doesn't go past Olok. So he's like slightly behind, slightly to the side, letting him have his space, but also not letting him be. He has already come to the understanding that Leto's going to do what Leto's going to do. But Olok is the one that has personal gain in this and doesn't want Olok to be reckless. So he's just staying close enough.
Olok is going to, as he gets kind of closer, trying to think of how I want to do this. Olok kind of like he leans into one of the vendors, talks a little bit, hands over like one piece of gold or something like that, and receives like a robe, and kind of throws it over as best as he can to not really like, I mean, like how you gonna cover a giant boulder, but kind of cloak himself a little bit, put the hood on, and start kind of shuffling as much as he can through the crowd to get a little bit closer.
Okay, go ahead and give me a stealth check then.
Absolutely. 12.
Okay. You are all still just a giant boulder, which, yeah. However, people do tend to kind of get out of the way, and there's something else happening as well. And so people are focused on that. What you end up seeing, one, everything is confirmed for you. This is unmistakably the face of the man from your memories and the simulacrum that you guys fought. But outside of that, what you see is a very charming man. Big smile, lots of waves. He's shaking hands. A lot of the crowd that's nearest, like I'd say like 75 to 80%, pretty excited. A lot of it is like kids, sure, and it's, this is our first time seeing something with this. Wow, whoa, hey, hi. The farther back the crowd is, the more like, why we all moved to this fucking island, right? But the farther back you get, the more dispersed that is. So it's fewer, but like the farther away, there's a lot of crossed arms and like just looks of distrust. The closer you get, people are kind of into it. He's shaking hands. He's kissing the backs of hands. He's like holding babies as he's walking. The mayor is pointing things out here and there, and he's like, "Wow, yeah." And as they're walking, it doesn't take very long. They move away from the docks towards like the center of town, and there is a small stage set up with a podium for a speech. Now, this is up to Olok at this point, whether or not you would allow this man to get all the way to the podium, or whether or not you would, in a massive crowd of civilians, to a guy flanked by Secret Service, for lack of a better phrase, the King's Guard, being led by the mayor, would Olok attempt something?
No, Olok is just trying to figure out who this guy actually is, what's his motive, why he's here. There's no point in throwing hands in the middle of a crowd. There's no point in yelling wolf. I think it's just he's there. He's listening, he's watching, he's again just trying to piece this all together. Like, okay, why is he here all of a sudden? Why the Similac? Why was he trying to expand an empire? Was he trying to, like, what's happening?
The mayor leads them up onto
Really?
the stage and the podium. Yes, go ahead.
Quickly, sorry, I had to open the thing to make sure I was notating how far. I can. Within. Nope, that's not what I'm looking for.
While you're doing that,
You go for it. There it is.
I think
Yeah.
I'll probably have heard the commotion and go find out what's going on. I've still got the popcorn though.
While this is happening, at the very least, Rick, and if I can do it, with a sleight of hand potentially or something, so it's not just very clear that a cat is about to appear somewhere. I would like to try to put Vera at a different angle, maybe higher on like on a perch or something.
There's some like roofs that she could poof onto for sure.
Easily. But just want to make sure it's a crowd gathering. Then like, oh, certain cat. But would definitely like Vera to get a vantage point. Just so I and her can get different angles of what might be happening. Also, while my character was not there, I am still curious to know if any of those in the meeting with Letto or any other notable names or figures are also watching this. Specifically, those who are, I'm sure there's probably the group like Major, and things who might be in the area, like proper being like guard or whatever, or like official setting. But are there any people who are currently trying to not be seen or blend in like we are also watching?
Yeah, go ahead and make a perception check.
Since both of us will do it, could be the help action with advantage.
I'll allow it.
That's the point of getting a different angle.
Oh, you and the cat.
Yeah. No.
Love that.
The highest of those rolls was a 6 on the die. The other was a natural 1.
Oh no.
I think Vera got the natural 1 and is just sneezing up a storm. Because there's a lot happening here. And I'm not as perceptive.
Most likely.
Yep.
Sure, probably somewhere.
Chat, this is a lesson, and your characters do not have to be super optimized. An endpoint with no perception, it's what it is.
There are definitely some people where you're like, it would be weird if they weren't here. You don't have eyes on them, but you're like, at the Greta's for sure around. She wasn't at the thing, but that's definitely one of the more primary, I think, names. when you did start asking about doing this perception check and asking to put Vera on a roof, there was one person that you were going to get regardless.
Mhm.
You don't see them, but Vera poofs up onto a roof and starts looking around, and a small, begrudging hand just starts just petting the back of her head. And in an angry accent, you hear, "Someone's got some fucking brains on them." Eyes and ears on the roof. And you look up, and it's Skyfe just sitting up on a roof, arms crossed, just full cloaked up. And for what, no one has noticed that he's there. The only person sitting on a fucking roof, and he's just.
I think because of the nat one, Vera's too out of it to react to being petted, like she probably would. And so she's begrudgingly letting it happen as she comes back to her senses because she hates everything right now.
At the very least, she might vibe with Skyfe's energy because he kind of hates everything always.
I will let that go.
Skyfe like looks down at you and goes, "Fucking trust no one." And then for a brief moment looks over at Vera and goes, "You're not a real cat." And then jumps off to a different roof.
Wow.
Just a slight hiss, but goes back to
A question mark of a hiss. Just like, why would he even say that?
I'm gonna get to the group and be eating the popcorn and lean over to Letto. What's going on? Sorry.
Fancy pants from the mainland that our friend has had.
Isn't that?
Yeah, it's that guy. And he's
Yeah.
gonna give a speech.
Well. Okay.
Some ominous
I don't-
thunder.
Yeah, it is.
thundering.
Yes,
Hello.
you know.
Wow.
Wow, that came through.
Thunder
Was it in
rumbles
your
like
living room?
prolonged times in Louisiana. It's
Yeah.
very strange. The thunder just keeps rolling.
Very
Interestingly
Florida as well.
timed too. It was like, oh, is that guy? Yeah, he's gonna give a speech.
Speech.
Wow. All right, that's
Ambiance.
not ominous at all. All
All
right. Well, I don't know how much I'm gonna believe in this guy, but let's find out what he has to say, I guess.
Sometimes we
You
are
guys
just
watch-
here to watch, not do.
The mayor walks up first, and there's several seats on the edges of this stage. Some of the obvious ones are going to be the mayor has a couple of aides that are seated. This guy takes a seat, and two of his guards are just standing up behind him. Lil Bonbon also there. Major May Germ Ager is there as well.
This is the calming.
The god
before
of
the
rolling
storm.
thunder is making an appearance. As
Somehow
well.
the
Stormfather's
Stormfather
here.
is back.
Yes.
We found him.
We found it.
He was in Louisiana the whole time.
Oh, you didn't know it was Feff all along?
It's the beard, isn't it?
Does
Yeah.
little Bonbon look perturbed or
Yes.
disturbed at all? Yes. Okay.
Yeah, perturbed is the perfect word for what Lil Bonbon looks like.
Okay.
The mayor walks up to the podium and adjusts the microphone. And as everybody knows, the mayor of Archid is not the most. Was not chosen to be because he was the person that was best suited to be the mayor. He was chosen because he is the one that he's the person in this city that is most likely to lose a fight to exactly 50% of the population. That is the most peacekeeping creature in town because the odds are always exactly 1-to-1 for him. And he gets up and he says, oh, well, okay. Hey, everyone, you can seat or stand. It's your thing. So we all know lately the crime has been bad in Archid, and that's bad. Of course, it's not good for like a lot of people. It teaches our kids crime. Anyway, so we have a special guest today. His name is Ire McFanny, and he's looking over directly at the guy. And the guy has to look back and just, you can't hear him because he's not saying it in the microphone, but he's just saying his name. It's Ire Mc. This is not the first time you've heard
Bon knows what's up.
Anyway, we have a special guest here from the mainland. One of the places there. It's never really mattered all that much to me what they call themselves or anything. So it's just the main. He's from his. What do you guys have? Kingdoms? Kingdom? Yeah, okay. Their kingdom is clean, or there's no crime in there.
This is the mayor?
This is the mayor. Again, he is not the guy that's the best at the job. He is the guy that exactly 50% of the population believes could win against him in a fist fight.
Jesus.
It's good having peacekeepers in charge.
I'm gonna let Ire last name get up here and say some words. He's not taking over the town, so everyone put your weapons away. And there's definitely a shuffle. There's definitely a shuffle, a reluctant shuffle amongst a lot of people in the crowd. And he goes, anyway, put your hands together, or cheer, woo, something. Ire McFenny. And he stands and he shakes hands with Ire, who very clearly has to take a moment to just shake all of that off. He is not used to any unprofessionalism in this. And he goes, well, I have to say that it's definitely one of the most memorable introductions that I have had. Thank you all so much for welcoming me into your city. What a wonderful mayor that you have. This is everyone put your hands together for Mayor. I'm sorry, it is just now coming to my attention that you've never given me your name. Mayor. I'm the mayor. Right. We don't have time. The mayor. Isn't he lovely? This is a great city that you guys have. I have just Thank you. Yes, this is
Not you.
what a beautiful city. What a beautiful city that you guys have, that you folks have put together here. The city of Archid. Yes, Archid. It's a gorgeous town. I have heard of the unfortunate news, of course, that crime has taken the streets of the city of Archid. You know, back when I was just beginning my days as court wizard to the king, we had absolutely a crime spree, but now look at us. Simply 8 years have gone by and not nary a crime to be had. Nary a crime. I am here simply because I hope that this will be the beginnings of a flourishing and wonderful relationship between our kingdom on the mainland and your city on an island out in the middle of the ocean. Very far away. I am just here to discuss with your mayor means and methods of, minimizing the crime so that the beauty of this natural land and your city that you've built can truly shine through. After some preliminary discussions, we definitely have some ideas on places where perhaps much of the crime is coming from. And sometimes it is difficult to build a facility that is open to the entire world without having any issues. And at the sound of this, you can see Lil Bonbon has sat fully upright in his chair and just... Now, of course, nothing has been decided yet. And there's a lot more to discuss. However, based on some of the recent headlines, that might be a place to begin looking. And at this, you all hear the sound of Scythe from the very back on top of a roof yell, "Bullshit!"
What?
And yeah, Letto, you're not the only person who does like a woo and a clap. There's a lot of the crowd seems very indifferent. Like no reaction either way. Some people are cheering for Scythe, and near the front, somebody turns around and goes, "Will you just let him speak? Not everything on this island needs to be a fucking fight."
Can I do... I don't even know how I would do it. Can I do an insight check on the crowd?
Sure, yeah.
I just want to see if I'm noticing some similarities to something.
Yeah, go ahead and make that insight check.
Okay. Whew, that is a 27.
Yup.
I'm seeing exactly what I saw in my town. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
A lot of indifference.
Shit.
A shocking amount of indifference for a populace that was born of escaping prejudice.
Hmm.
The guy Ire is still just like, now let's not jump to any hasty conclusions. I am obviously one to avoid bullshit. I hate that word and anything that it applies to, and boy, do I hope it's not me. Now, when we all calm down, I will be here for a few days, and me and my welcoming party here will be around for a few days, of course, and just looking at things and discussing some things, and hopefully by the time I leave here, things will already start to feel better. Just thank you all so much. And at this, right before he seems to say goodbye and walk off, he's like scanning the crowd as a good speaker does, and he notices a large boulder in a cloak has slowly made his way near the front of the crowd. And he looks down at Olok and makes eye contact, and he smiles and he goes, "Oh, what a diverse population you all have here. You should be very proud. You know, the Quarrynoids, as they are called on my homeland, they are few and far between. And, you know, I am happy and I am fortunate that I come from that I work for such a gracious king, because unfortunately back at home there was a terrible accident, and much of their home was burned down in a forest fire. But because I work for such a gracious kingdom, all of the members of the Quarrynoids, as you know, they all have jobs now with the king, and they're working and happy. And you know, as a token of their thanks, they were actually gracious enough to gift me one of these. And he pulls one of the blue stone necklaces out from under his shirt, and he goes, "Oh. They are so gracious and appreciative and..."
Liar! Murderer! Thief!
And that is where we will go to our first break.
I was typing. Sorry, I'm multitasking. I apologize. Do that.
Back.
Welcome back. Before the break, Ire McFenny, the court wizard for the king, was just talking about what a great person he is, and how lovely and gracious he has been to the other Kerell, which he doesn't even call the Kerell. He calls the Quarrynoids, because they're rocks. They, you know, the quarry. You guys get it anyway.
Has he made that up, or is he saying it to be like derogatory?
I mean, I guess you'd have to. You wouldn't know.
Oh, okay.
Most of what they've said to each other is very backhanded.
Mm-hmm.
As far as the mayor
and
Ian McFanny over here.
Ire McFanny.
Ire McFanny. I knew the end part.
EIR space MCFENI Ire McFanny.
I had an EIHR McFenny. So close.
It's the thing with those fake Irish names. You can spell them however you want, really.
You put a GH in there and you're fine.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
At the sound of Olok yelling, liar and murderer, there's definitely a wave of discomfort that spreads through the crowd. You see some people start to re-ready weapons. Not fully pulling anything out, but like, if shit's about to pop off, they're going to be ready for it. You see a lot of parents grabbing children and moving the children a little bit away.
I'd like to get closer to Olok if I can.
Sure. Yeah, you can start moving up that way.
Mm-hmm.
Ire says, "Now, is this any way to welcome an honored guest?" And he turns to look at Lil Bonbon, who has a very shocked face now. And he goes, "Is this perhaps one of your students?" A little bonbon. We teach everybody at the school critical thinking and individual analysis.
Mm-hmm.
Good save. Good save.
Well, maybe you should teach them also about times and places.
What? Then I'm gonna start moving towards to go stand next to Olok.
There's a lot of shuffling.
I'm trying to. I'll start making my way
Intention.
in that direction. I can't hear you.
Guards are arming themselves. This Ayer's King's Guard is now very much in a position to be ready. Lil Bonbon scans the crowd, the whole area. Of course. And then he stands up and he lowers himself. And he starts walking towards you, Olok. With a very, hiding his face from Iron, says, "Not now."
You know what this man did?
I know. And do you know what I'm going to do to him? Unfortunately, you have to look around. His goal here is to dismantle everything we've built at that school. He has a personal vendetta against it, if you know what I mean. I regret to think that perhaps your shouting, though accurate it may be, may have been the nail in the coffin.
Olok. Not intentionally, but kind of when he turns, kind of nudges him a little bit. Not like a get off me, but ugh. And Olok starts walking away, and then I feel like the crowd kind of starts to part easily out of my way, and Olok is making his way back to the temple and walks right past all of you without a word.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna go up to Principal Bonbon and be like, I need to talk to you. I'm going with him, but I need to talk to you. It's very important.
It sounds like we're all going with him then.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I will search my way into that wake that Olok's making, and then kind of try to catch up with him, keeping an eye out for the rest of the party, see where Rick's at, see where Pie's at.
No, I'm following.
Yeah, start clock you. Where is the wizard?
Rick had not moved from his spot once he realized Olok was gone, because he definitely doesn't have a high enough passive perception to have seen him stealth away. But he had been watching from a distance for many reasons, also wizard. In high alert moments. He isn't hiding, but he did not get closer. But seeing Olok pass, see Pie and Letto pass, he just turned to look at that individual again, kind of cock his head before he will turn slowly and walk, snapping his fingers once. Actually, he doesn't snap it on. He has a wand. Just kind of pointing next to him as Vera starts to saunter next to him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she very much like the Siamese cats from Cinderella.
The
Even though, yeah,
Oh.
was that
The shoulders rise.
Aristocats?
Up in the
Yeah,
air.
sorry, I was
Yes.
thinking of Lucifer for a second. Because she's evil. No, yes, from Aristocats. Just kind of just up a little bit as he walks, and he walks silently as he follows.
You
His
guys,
cloak
you
of
guys are walking
billowing doing
away.
the billow.
You can hear the remarks of someone closing down a speech, and the last thing that he says is, everyone wants to avoid trouble. Unfortunately, it is rarely their choice. Trouble will come, and it is my hope that me being here will help this whole island and everybody in this city be prepared.
Be prepared. Blanking. I get that one. Bingo.
Mhm.
So you guys follow Olok back to the temple, the monastery,
The monk, yeah.
the monk place, the monk place.
Yeah, the monk place.
giving monk.
You by the time you catch up to Olok is standing in front of a Wing Chun. For those who don't know what a Wing Chun is martial arts training dummy, the one where if you hit one of the arms, it rotates and swings back. And Olok is just slowly going through the motions, but Olok is now picking up tempo with the Wing Chun, and its speed is starting to gain a little bit. And as he's kind of going through these motions, each punch, there's a flash of McFenny's face. Every deflect is Kerell running from a burning forest. Another punch is a line of Kerell walking to a ship, and deflects, and just more flashes as he kind of goes through all these motions. And for one of the last punches where he seems to kind of wind up more, there's like an orange glow in Olok's stomach that kind of transfers through his body. And the last punch that goes to this Wing Chun, his fist engulfs in flames and lands a direct punch in the middle of it. And from a cinematic shot, it's like a blast of smoke. And then as the smoke kind of settles, it's like a searing, charred hole in the middle of the dummy with Olok's fist still in air,
So
kind of sizzling like a hot rock as he kind of collects himself and is just standing, arms tucked, elbows tucked to the sides.
Well, if it
I was
makes
just-
you feel any better, I would have liked to see you do that to him. As Lil Bonbon grabs the top of the, what is it? What are they called?
Wing Chun.
The Wing Chun. He just grabs the top of it and just picks it up with one paw, just, which you would know is like, fucking what, dude?
Yeah, they're heavy.
Just grabs it with one paw and just brings it over to a pile and just tosses it into the pile, and then grabs another one and just like resets it to where it was. I don't trust this man, and I do trust you, so you not trusting him makes me trust me when I don't trust him. But he's smart. He's very, very smart. Usually on this island, we can simply deal with things by blowing up a tower or blasting a god into a different portal. But it is clear now that his plan has gone on longer and deeper than any of us previously thought. The people are no longer on our side.
I don't think it's because he's convincing, though. He's not convincing anyone. I think I know what's happening. Yesterday, Skype said that they knew that somebody was poisoning the water. They weren't sure what it did. Okay, so I don't have a whole lot of proof, but I think I know what's happening. I came from a place called Wells, which is silly because there were 2 wells. But something happened when I was a kid that I noticed that is eerily similar to whatever that was in the crowd we were just in. Did you guys notice that nobody, we were the only ones reacting? Like everybody just kind of like took it in stride and didn't pay any attention to it?
Right.
Like you would think that if somebody's coming in and saying, yeah, we're going to come in here and we're going to shake things up, that you would at least have some kind of reaction, wouldn't you?
Well, perhaps they are so fed up that the reaction is internal, not external.
I think
that is a possibility. You live on this island long enough, you tend to grow accustomed to traumatic events. I think perhaps there's a little bit of both here, where many of the people are just kind of experiencing, another day. But I do believe, Pi, you are onto something as well.
In the town that I grew up in, everybody, after a while, we had this guy, his name was Oren, and he was the shaman, and he was kind of took over everything. This school is the first school I've ever been to in my life. Because Oren did something to my village that made the people not care. Like, people became very complacent. Like, they didn't fight back. They didn't do anything. They weren't like obviously like convinced by anything. It just kind of happened. It was almost like a wave that came over them. I think he was doing something. I think he was giving them something to make them complacent. I think he was giving them something to make them peaceful. And I looked around today at that crowd and I saw that same empty look in a lot of people's eyes, like more than I'm comfortable with.
That would mean that this Oren is here?
I don't know if he's here or not. I'm just saying that this is the same thing I saw. And Skype mentioned that they thought something was happening to the water. That's how I think Oren did it. I think he was putting something in the wells that was making people complacent. But the only reason why I could see it happening and nobody else could is because I didn't drink water from the wells. I didn't like the taste. So I would drink from a spring that was close to my house. I didn't drink anything from the wells, but most people did. And I sat and watched my father, who he didn't even care when my mom died. Like, he was so dead inside. He didn't even seem to care. It just kind of washed over him like nothing. And he went through the motions of everything you were expected to do. It wasn't so much like he was like not speaking or anything like that. He was normal human speech and things, just no emotion at all, like just flat.
My father did the same thing. He didn't care that the people were coming to take my village.
Were your wells also poisoned? Do you drink?
I think I'm gonna believe so that Olok and the Kerell species do ingest somewhat water.
Eat rocks.
But essentially over the table, like, yes, like the same thing happened at the beginning where like my father was just like, yeah, whatever. I was just like, what do you mean, whatever? This is our
remember
village.
that.
This is our home.
Well, Feffers remember that.
But I sat and watched my dad, who, like, he, for the longest time, he was insane about me making my bed, like insane. Like, it had to be made a certain way. And then all of a sudden he just didn't. And that was like my first sign. I knew that something wasn't right, because Dad always wanted me to make my bed, and then he just didn't care anymore, which is nice for a little while. But then I just realized that he also didn't care about anything else.
So what I am hearing, as Rick, has been like not like close to the door necessarily, but just kind of like, giving Olok a space. Letto and Pi probably much closer than he is, physically at the very least. But Rick analyzes a lot. So what I'm hearing is that something from your, if I'm remembering correctly, a different pain is now affecting this one, which means either this Orin has come into this world and is now repeating what happened to your village, in which case, he looks at a little bonbon, that's another issue for you and the other administrative individuals to deal with, or someone is a copycat, which would only mean they would have to have seen what happened there. If that is the case, this is much bigger than just an individual coming from a different kingdom in the mainland, causing strife or worry.
Intereso is from where you're from, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Where's hunger from?
Same place, I think. He was a lesser god of the Sunken Isle, I think.
We say lesser a lot. Why?
Spite.
But is that the fact? Are they actually?
He's not a huge god. He's just
a god.
A lesser
is a god.
god.
They have the ability to rewrite reality as they need to. Doesn't matter how much.
I don't think he's not well worshipped. He's not. It's not like he has a ton of followers that I know of.
Bon. I have to ask, what is your plan? Not that we are deserving of your knowledge, but very quickly everything is about to come to head, and you are the focal point of this school. Whether you like it or not, things are about to come knocking at your door, potentially to knock the door down. We all understood what they were referring to.
Originally, my plan was simply to remain in the room where those conversations and negotiations were happening, and speak in defense of the school as much as possible. This is a lot for an awakened bear to handle. But why else awaken a bear if not to fight? Based on what I think is going to happen here, I would not be surprised to see some sort of military backing from this fucking coward's mainland. And when they do arrive,
What is the plan? And he is looking directly, like, facing Principal Bonbon. What is the plan? For you to fight back and then destroy the school? collateral damage?
It is, in my experience, a truth of the universe that buildings can be rebuilt. And also, you don't have to kill every single member of a standing army for the rest of them to give up on fighting back.
I am honestly worried about our side fighting, because that's one of the things that whatever it is that he's putting in the wells, whatever he's putting in the water, that's what it does. People don't fight. So we're going to either have to tell people not to drink the water or figure out where it's coming from. Because otherwise you're going to have a very, peaceful is the only word for it, but they're not going to fight back.
Sometimes I forget that you kids were not here at the beginning. When that tower fell the first time. Do you know what your instructors are truly capable of doing? Have you ever seen any of them really let loose? I've seen Shaxis alone go through an entire army. If they want to fuck with us, they will find out.
I have to ask a very blunt question. Is that ego, or is that truth? We are not the only individuals who have power in this world. I'm understanding that these individuals have done mighty feats. But if you're believing that the backing of everything will come down to 7 or 8 individuals who happens to do wonderful things in the past, that worries me.
Forgive me for the not so wizard-like response to your question here, but I believe it is truth until the day that it isn't. And that day has not yet come.
Letto, you've been quiet.
I want to get on that boat. I want to get some answers. If we can find some way to connect them to the Doom Scrolls.
Okay, you want to connect them to the Doom Scrolls. The Doom Scrolls showed up. People began to worry more. Fear spread through the island, and then conveniently, this man shows up claiming crime.
Disease, cured. Sandung, both.
They created the disease.
Poison the water.
I think it's a two-pronged attack. The first one is they convince everybody. They convince everybody we've got a lot of crime, and then they come in with the solution to that. And meanwhile, when things start going ways that we're not agreeing with, they've got the poison to keep people from fighting back about that. They've planned for a couple of contingencies. I think Ric's right to wonder what else we haven't thought of.
Bon, who's your most paranoid of your...
Skype.
Sorry.
who stays within the city, maybe. I might have thought of a few ideas and plans and schemes for in a situation like this. Not someone who wanders out in the woods. It's not what the city needs right now, I don't think.
Or are you asking for potentially a strategist?
Aye.
Well, I think the closest thing to a strategist that we've ever had was Barca. But Barca is now well into his 60s, and he doesn't teach here anymore. He is a human after all.
I think he's still got a little pep in his step. He was there the day that I silenced Shaxus. He was.
Is he paranoid, though?
He's roommates with Lakire, so it's either...
Who's that?
Oh, okay, well. He was the former rogue instructor here. You know, I take back what I said about Scythe being the most. It's Lakire. Lakire, however, is so paranoid that you don't find him. He occasionally finds you. Sometimes.
See if you can get a hold of him. He might be able to have a couple of schemes tucked away for something like this.
I can certainly try. I will probably start by talking to Barca. Barca's much more sedentary, not so shadowy and okay, yes.
Rogues are tricky. You're right.
I also wouldn't quite count out the whole of the populace. I drink from the streams because I am a brown bear at my core.
Keep doing that.
Literally, yes, I am a brown bear. However, I am far from the only person on this island who doesn't trust the government enough to not put fluoride in the drinking water.
So are we letting him get back on his boat and sail away, or are we... Because I don't think it's a simulacrum.
I don't think he'll be sailing away. I think more ships will be coming in.
Then we should deal with him as soon as possible if he's leading the charge, before the rest of his reinforcements can arrive. Right? I looked at Rick. The longer he's cut off from his supplies, the more advantage we've got, right?
I agree with you in theory, but please afford me the smallest of times to at least attempt to do this civilly. Because what happens if we go attack that guy now and we do not succeed?
You said yourself you're going to keep drinking the water, Bun.
He drinks from the stream.
A fuse on it.
I drink from the streams, not
I see.
Yes. Here's my suggestion. We, the four of you, any instructors that are on our side, which I assume will be all of them, and any civilians that we believe to be on our side as well, we start building up defenses in this arena of ours. And in that same time, I will try my best to negotiate a peaceful outcome from this event. In the event that I am right and more ships do appear on the horizon in the next couple of days, well, we'd better be prepared for them. It is easier to hold a location than it is to storm one.
You hear more stone on wood thudding as Olok is still running through the Wing Chun.
You have 2 days. After that, I will take him. With or without any of you.
Olok, how did he get those beads?
Tongue.
He stole them. He stole all of them. And he calls them cohorts.
Olok's beads are kind of pulsating again.
I will not let him take this island or its people. He will not leave this island alive.
He looks right at Bonbon.
2 days.
2 days. And I promise not to try to kill him before you get your chance.
Olok walks away. Olok walks to his meditation kind of garden area.
I say, rest well. Prepare well. I will go now try to patch things up. And little Bonbon starts to walk away as well.
Blood salt.
I need to find Menti.
Hunger sprung his trap at a very bad time.
It's a very good point.
Pointedly so. I don't see the connection yet, though. If there is one to be had.
A one heck of a coincidence.
If a plan is to protect this school from those who will seek to bring it harm, then perhaps the wizards should start fortifying where we can.
Perhaps also scrying. It's a needle in a haystack. I know, the sea is big. Bless her. Try to scry out there and see how many we might be dealing with. Not you directly, but if we could just get some of the wizards just casting their gazes. See if we get as much heads up as we can get on the numbers.
I have scrying as well. I can do that. Oh no, I can't. Well, I don't know.
It'll be like
Depends on if Menti would.
sifting through just the open sea until you happen to find them. But there's a couple of routes that they'd take. I can help if need be. What other Factions. Wait till we go to the Crimson Lords are already on this, but I wonder if they can run some interference. Or an ambush once they're here. The issue with all of these old folks, with all of their power that everyone's leaning on, is that what they did was pretty public. And people have had plenty of time to prepare against what they know we're capable of. So what can we do that they won't be able to see coming and calculate for?
We're not dealing with gods and major forces of magic. We're dealing with the fact that the people are fed up. We're dealing with humanity. How do you stop humanity from doing what it needs to do? Let us be clear. It is very apparent as he looks to Bonbon that this school, this area, is a well house for potential, sure. They've done many things in the past, even before the school was erected. And yet, every single eye has turned towards the school as the root of the problem. If you are standing to stop a problem from being solved, you essentially are the villain. I want us to understand what we are doing before we do it. Personal care or not.
I'm wondering how we need to find out. I'm trying to understand how what happened on my plane happened in this plane. So somebody somewhere is crossing planes.
He looks directly at you.
Mm-hmm. I mean, besides me.
There is no other besides. You are root of that problem as well. If it came from your village. I hope you understand that. You are very much a center point of that issue.
Doesn't that mean that I'm honor bound to fix it?
Does not make you responsible.
Never said responsible. But if we are saying that a problem that came from a very specific pain within a very specific place within that pain is now affecting Archid. I'm just saying that if you're going to look, you need to look within yourself and things around you. Mentiroso being taken. It is more narrowed, the view, than you think it is.
Olok. No. Who has access to that Warforged? Might be of some use there. The
Adeline?
Yeah, I didn't like him.
We can try and get a hold of Adeline.
He had the ability to go in and out of places.
Yes, he did.
So you know, Arctreon traveled with Adeline. Most likely would not know how to contact Adeline. And you also would know that Ellis, and if anybody, Ellis might have some way of figuring it out.
Let's go talk to Ellis.
Okay.
I feel like that's, I mean, unless we've got another lead, I feel like, aside
No.
from general preparations.
She might be able to help me figure out how to get Menti back too.
We can get Adeline on board. We can get them on board as well. We might be able to find some answers about our missing cat god. Let's go.
Okay.
Olok, you coming? You alright?
You'll end up probably like nudging Olok in his meditation. Just be like, hey, we're heading out.
Right.
Rick follows, but he's quiet.
Yeah.
It
All
is
ahead.
I think all of you have good insight that he does not feel confident in anything that has been said right now. He does not feel confident that
I'm not confident either.
actions will work. And he's analytical, so he is weighing so many options right now. So he is intentionally quiet, walking behind the group.
You guys get to Ellis's the artificer school house, which is just an old pub. Doors unlocked.
Doors unlocked?
It's just her
Oh, okay.
in there. She doesn't care about speeches.
Yeah.
Or just people, really.
I is scared to hell of Ellis.
Yar.
Yeah, what he said.
Yar? Yar.
And or ahoy.
Oh my god. How about hello, or what do you want?
So out of curiosity, you just, this thing that you gave me, it helped kind of help me channel some of Menti's abilities. Are you aware that Menti was stolen yesterday?
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'd like him to not be stolen anymore.
That also makes sense.
It's a particularly bad one.
Okay. Listen, Uncle Daystrider's not so good at the popping into and out of places. He can really only do this bar for a few seconds at a time every so often, which means any number of days could have gone by since your cat whittled an alligator, and it just took that long for Uncle Daystrider to bring it. Now, I've met the cat. I have multiple times. I have defenses in this bar that I've built specifically designed to make sure he doesn't pop in here without me knowing that he's about to pop in here. They sometimes work. I'm fixing it. It doesn't matter. If I were to think about this, and the two options that I see are one, he specifically carved this thing for you, knowing that at some point in the near future, he was going to be kidnapped and you would need it. Or two, absolutely no forethought at all, and he just wanted to carve you an alligator. I'm going to go with the latter.
I'm not arguing. I'm not arguing. I'm just asking. If I were to try and find him, any ideas how that might happen, dimensionally speaking? The guy put him in an iron flask. I don't know what.
Put him in an iron flask?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
What does that mean?
A couple things. One, no idea how to help you find him.
Okay.
Wouldn't even know where to begin.
That's-
Two,
Sure.
if I'm right, which I oft am, the silver lining here is that we might soon have an answer to one of the multiverse's many interdimensional physics theoretical questions.
What question is that?
You know how I said Uncle Daystrider was missing his
Yeah.
bag of holding?
Bag of holding, yeah.
Oh. It's a pocket dimension within a pocket dimension.
I thought that wasn't possible.
The bottle did nab him though, didn't it? Although I guess we didn't see it happen.
I would hate to give that cat an ounce of credit for thinking ahead. But it does seem like oh no, that okay, yeah. No, it seems like he kind of knew.
For those
But if
who are
he
not
knew,
privy
if
to
he
these
knew, why
conversations,
wouldn't-
what are we speaking about?
Why wouldn't he just find a different way to avoid this? Is oh my god, he's still so stupid.
The theory, as far as I understand it, one of the theories is if you take a bag of holding
And you put it inside another bag of holding. I understand that part. How are we getting Daystrider? Iron Flask.
Oh, Uncle Daystrider came by this morning to drop off that wooden carving that Pi has from Mentiroso. Gave it to him. I didn't ask when. I don't really ask questions anymore. I don't really get fucking answers.
Welcome to my world.
Is the theory that the Iron Flask is within the bag of holding? That's what I'm not understanding. Sorry,
Yeah. Yes, that when two demiplanes, pocket dimensions like that mix, one of the theories is that a rip into the astral realm is opened. There's other theories as well. No one's been dumb enough to test them.
I don't know if the Iron Flask is inside the bag of holding, but if that cat is as stupid as he fucking is, and he is. I don't. If that flask opens and there is anything more than just an open bag of holding on the inside,
It'll explode.
we don't know because nobody's been that stupid.
It's true. Nobody's been that stupid. We don't know what happens.
I think we found the person who could be that stupid.
Oh, I think we did.
So what of your time-fed friend, Adeline? Could he be of use in this?
In what? Tracking down the dumbest god the multiverse has ever seen?
Or the one that nabbed him?
Or the one that's so stupid that he thinks that he is in a communal beef with the dumbest god.
In about 2 or 3 days, this island is going to be invaded. And we're trying to find out if there's a connection between the local politics at play here and hunger. We don't know if there is, but the timing is a bit suspect. So we came to you.
Probably.
And would Adeline be
He
able
hates
to find
this
out
whole
some more
place.
clear answers on that?
What? Where is why is hunger coming in? What is this? What do you?
Hunger
You brought him
stole
up.
Menti. Hunger stole Menti. Hunger is what came out of a dimension, grabbed him, put him in the flask, and then bugged out.
What's that got to do with this island?
It happened here, and I'm pretty sure that the other half of this is that I think somebody from my dimension is here and kind of helping them take over this island. Because they're using something that I saw back in my dimension.
Okay. You think, okay. I
might be wrong, I don't know.
You think an evil entity from your dimension
possibly, yeah,
it brought something from your dimension here to help the evil other people take over the island. Well, I wonder if there's potentially an evil entity from your dimension that can travel through the dimensions and has a vendetta against this fucking island.
That would be hunger. That would count.
That's
on all
what we were
counts.
thinking. Right.
Makes sense to me. Why are you here?
Adeline.
What about him?
He was able to tell who belongs here and who doesn't.
Figured if anybody was able to sort this, it might be him. And we figured you might be able to contact him.
You guys are trying to find a way to confirm that the evil god from a different dimension is using evil shit from that dimension to do evil shit on this dimension, the one that he has a vendetta against. That's your goal right now is to just find a way to confirm that that's what's happening.
Enough! How do we find hunger, and how do we stop him?
Unfortunately, he just kind of showed up a lot when I was fighting him.
So we bait him, just as he baited us.
Probably. Gods are really susceptible to people thinking that they're stupid.
So what do we have that he wants?
Control? I mean, if he's a god and a stupid one, which he is, then probably the best way to bait him, other than a different stupid god, is to just kind of start yelling out to the heavens that you're not scared of him. He ain't got shit on you. If his whole thing is, and you guys say that's going to be invaded in a couple of days, again, odds are he's probably coming with the invasion party. And the only way to bait a god is defiance.
Yes, I say to the rest of the group, we go back to the present matters at hand we can help with and prepare for this invasion.
We should fortify the arena. Draw him in.
But there's something else.
Now that is what I am excited about. The arena is very fortified. She takes off her glasses for emphasis, but then immediately loses track of anybody's face. She is not making like eye contact. She's just kind of like in the general, like, it's very fortified.
We draw him and the force is there.
Yeah.
And we take him out. and we take out Ira McFelly as well.
Oh, what a stupid name.
Very. What are we waiting for?
Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Ellis.
Yeah, sure. You're welcome. And she looks over, as you guys are walking out, she looks over at Kit 10 and goes, what the fuck did I help them with? I mostly just got angry at children being stupid. And then if any of you were to look back for a moment, you would just see Kit 10's blobless form just...
Mm.
So I guess above the table, how are we gonna do this? Like, do we just let the invasion happen and just sit and wait in the arena? Do we wait for Bon to fail at negotiations? How do we even get ire and hunger in the arena?
We can certainly get the infirm and the children down into safe places, but like beneath the Coliseum.
They've done that
we can
before. It shouldn't be hard to do it again.
We can close. We can cave in most of the exits except one, forcing them to bottleneck. We've got lots of spots for bows and the like. Creating a bottleneck might be the most apt way to go about this, but I'm not sure what they're going to bring into us.
And then we can flood it with the Crimson Lords at the sails.
Ooh.
I like that.
The arena?
Split it before.
Yeah, and it's fit 2 boats.
Then we'll put 2 boats on there and put some catapults on
2
there.
smaller boats.
That's fine. Hey.
Okay, I was just
Won't be nothing.
making sure you know.
A race car driver driving a Honda Civic is still going to be a race car driver.
You're not. I'm just letting you. You're not fitting all of the Crimson Lords in the arena.
No.
That's all. Okay.
Enough.
Okay.
Yeah. If they were to help out, just saying.
Also,
Rick, can we get
above the table?
Yep.
If we had an unlimited amount of time for this campaign and not just 8 episodes, then this is where I would have missions for like making sure you guys have food and water and possibly going out farther and getting people from 2 rivers and the in the whole. Unfortunately, this is the penultimate episode. So there is going to be a certain level of, all right, let's skip to the
Skip to the good part.
Yeah. So, that is, but yeah, you guys are on the right track for sure, as far as like in reality, level 14 party of 4 uncovered a lot. Still some question marks for sure, but in reality, your ability to either provoke or kill a spokesman of a kingdom, of a powerful kingdom, / or a god, not very high. Still chance to do in, the next couple of days, but neither of those things are very like clear options. And within the next 2 days, most likely some sort of invasion will be happening.
I was going to say that once we left Eris's place and started walking, Ellis, I don't know, okay, Eris. I once we left Ellis's place and began to walk, who knows where, to the arena or whatever. Rick would have. I'm still going to go check in on with the wizards, just to see what their plan is. But I want to be abundantly clear. We are planning like we have all power in our hands. And we do not.
Can't do nothing.
You can always do nothing. Or you can do something and fall. I don't plan on falling anytime soon.
I don't plan on doing nothing.
So be it. He's going to turn and walk towards the village tower. Again, insight. It is abundantly clear he does not believe this group can do what they're trying to do. And in that moment before he turned, you would have seen his eyes flash many different colors out of frustration. And he would have walked away.
Did you say that?
Mm-hmm. Odd.
Is there anything that you guys would like to do before we jump to long rest this evening?
Part of me wants to sneak onto that ship.
I got an idea.
Part of me really wants to just go and... You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna go to that ship. Fuck it. I'm gonna go find out what I can. I'm gonna go try to figure out if he's cahooting with hunger. I'm gonna go figure this out. I got a +5 on stealth, but I'm a big ass boulder, and this is gonna be great. I want to find out some shit because we don't know enough.
Take me with you.
Okay, so I'll say this. So like it's nighttime. It's getting close to nighttime. Olok's starting to like walk towards the docks, and like kind of like Kronk shuffling between the buildings and whatnot. And Letto is just out, just smoking a pipe, and just like, "What are you doing?" And like Olok stops in his tracks.
Nothing.
Yeah, same. Let's do it together. And we just kind of fall fall in lines. No words needed. I've got an idea.
I too have an idea. Let's sneak onto this ship.
Ooh, I like your idea. I'm gonna cast Pass Without Trace, giving us a +10 to our stealth.
Are you guys doing this at night?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I can still see an infrared.
Infrared!
Do I have dark vision? I don't think I have dark vision.
Stealth +5 +10. God, +15 to fucking stealth.
Yes, sir.
Gross.
So, if this changes anything, the ship is not docked at the dock.
Oh, it's
The
like
main
out
ship is
there
out
like...
and anchored. There are small boats that go back and forth.
Where are they staying? Are they staying on their ships or are they staying in town?
They're staying on the ship.
I'm gonna.
I want to figure out who. I want to figure out why. What? I need the connection. I can't.
I see Olok go for a rowboat, and I say, "No. Let's do it. Let's do it this way. It'll be stealthier. Get in the water." I'm gonna get in the water as well.
Get in the water.
And I will become a dolphin.
I can't do it. Do a dolphin noise. Do a dolphin noise.
There we go.
Ooh, that came through clear.
Oh my god.
along the, going up. I mean, he doesn't need to breathe, and I'm a dolphin, so. Wait, do you need to breathe?
I do, yeah. I'm still
things we should have conversed with before setting out, but we do have a comedic moment where you're like, "No, dog, we gotta surface," and I'm like, "Oh."
Yeah. Just the occasional like.
Dolphins need to breathe too, so.
Yeah.
No, they really do.
No, I know.
Yep.
But if I'm gonna get you to the boat. How many feet?
It's probably a big
Probably
boat.
a big boat. So well, I mean, how many feet to the bottom of the ocean, roughly? Like,
How many feet to the bottom of the ocean?
from the boat,
From the hull to the bottom.
mire, down to
What
the
are you trying
down to
to
the
do?
clay. Druid Grove takes 10 minutes to cast. So I'm wondering if I could get him up there, do his thing, and then set a little mischief with essentially Ents that will take a hold if need be, or something per my command. I'd have to read like it all the way through, but it's a fun little idea if it's not too deep. I'm not sure how, because we're way out now, so it might be too deep.
Okay, first of all, let's get a perception check. Well, for a stealth check from both of you.
Yep.
As you are stealthy.
25.
Sorry, that is a 23.
Okay. And then let's get a perception check. Feff, while you were in dolphin form.
Perception +1. It's got 9.
What do we got? 12.
A 9 and a 12. Okay, great. I mean, that makes my job way easier as the DM.
Oh yeah, I bet.
Back under.
You just see a sea cow's head, like in the rear of the ship, where there's like a little balcony, just like a little sea cow and a boulder just slowly rising beneath the railing.
We need animation of this. We need animation of this.
You asked him what we wanted to do before we went.
No. I know. I stand by.
If you need me, just come down to the bottom of the ocean, Will. I'm gonna do something.
So, I mean, you guys, you'd have to get a lot closer than normal before you realized, there's somebody up in the crow's nest. There are several crewmen doing patrols around the deck. There's some magic wards around the ship. I'm trying to find. This is a bunch of stuff that I did a lot when I was playing as Thylo. I'm trying to
Like a glyph
just
of
a lot of,
warding?
not necessarily a glyph of warding, because that one requires things to stay still for the most part. This is more of like, oh, did I find it? Okay, I think I found it. I have a list of, I have four different lists of spells that I had for Thylo, depending on where we were.
Mm-hmm.
And one of them is the list of stuff that he would do at home. Mage armor, disguise self, magic aura, which I believe that was just to protect his book from being scryed. Tiny servant, non-detection, private sanctum. And I believe Private Sanctum is the one that I'm most intrigued by here.
Hmm.
You make an area within range magically secure. The area is a cube that can be as small as 5 feet to as large as 100 feet on each side. The spell lasts for the duration or until you use an action to dismiss it. The duration is 24 hours. When you cast a spell, you decide what sort of security the spell provides, choosing any or all of the following properties. 1. Sound can't pass through the barrier at the edge of the warded area. 2. The barrier of the warded area appears dark and foggy, preventing vision through it. 3. Sensors created by divination spells can't appear inside the protected area or pass through the barrier at its perimeter. 4. Creatures in the area can't be targeted by divination spells. 5. Nothing can teleport into or out of the warded area. And 6. Planar travel is blocked within the warded area. So keep that in mind.
I'm just there to listen. I'm just there to try to get as close as I can and just listen. I'm not trying to do any magic. I'm not trying to disrupt anything. I'm just there to like, what are they talking about over dinner? What is he having a secret meeting? Is he?
Okay. Yeah, we can definitely we can do that for sure. Perception or investigation check. A separate one as you guys are closer and specifically trying to listen. And is there any specific type of information that you're trying to garner?
I got a 4, so I ain't hearing none. Yeah, just trying to see if he's talking to Hunger. Like, I'm just trying to figure out like what, anything off, any conversations, any like, here's the plan of attack for the next for 2 days. Here's what's coming from headquarters. What's just anything and anything to give us a little insight.
Sure.
With a 4.
A 4 is still going to give you some information.
Yeah.
You definitely hear 2 deckmates talking about their shit last night. Like, one guy's like, I had corn, and the other guy was like, and you could tell, and he's like, it doesn't digest properly. I'm telling you. You guys are out there for a few hours, probably. Someone's talking about the game. No one ever specifies what kind of game, just the game.
Did you see them score those points? Yeah.
Yeah. After a couple minutes, you're like that. Oh no, the other guy has no idea what game this is. He does not care about sports, but is he really good at lying about it, and just like letting them do all of the talking. Like, yeah, no, I saw the game. What was your favorite part of the game? Oh yeah, no, dude, that's crazy. Me too. That kind of thing. One of the things that you do hear. This might be when Ire perhaps walks from, let's say, office or war room, whatever you want to call it, across the deck to his private quarters. And he's just offhandedly talking to First Mate. Yes. No. The winds and the tides. It's the winds and the tides. They'll be close enough tomorrow, and they'll be here in 2 days. It's 300 of them. It'll be fine. You saw that, people. They're all... weird. Puppety. It's gross. We're doing them a favor. I said good night. And then a door slams.
I was reading the spell. Druid Grove, and it doesn't have any specifications that it can't be cast underwater. It is outside.
Are there vocal components?
or underground. Yes, but that does not apply to water because you can still blah, 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 the vocal components.
However, can you vocal components underwater for 10 minutes?
I don't have to be all the way down there, so I can kind of surface and go down as need be. Again, depending on the depth and if it's possible. Again, if not, this is okay. The anchor is all the way down there as well. So if I could just like make a 90-foot cube coral reef with 4 guardians with specific rules on when they would try to activate the anchor to use some of the abilities such as grasping undergrowth and the like. Just kind of set that in motion for whenever that boat decides to take off. But again, I am stretching this a bit to make it more nautical themed.
Yeah. What you want is to have some guardians there to try to stop this boat from leaving in the event that it tries to leave.
Kickstarted by the anchor being pulled up. If it's too deep of water.
They're not
okay,
gonna...
so the trigger being raising of the anchor.
Right. If it's over 90 feet deep, then I gotta rely on the anchor, I think, for it to kick off.
Okay. I think that's good. I like that. That's creative, and I want to reward that. And I also think it's non-invasive enough, because if you were doing a spell that directly affects them right now, you're setting off a ton of alarms. But like having a spell that does not affect them and will only affect them in the event of a thing that they do, yeah, I'll allow that.
I'm gonna slowly pull myself up the chain of the anchor to return to Olok after like 10-15 minutes.
Yeah, at that point, we're just gonna make our way back to land, and I'll back to the docks, and I'll fill Letto in once we get there, and just like let him know that like he said something about, they'll be here tomorrow. It's gonna be 300 of something. That's more or less all we kind of got.
If it's boats, that's a lot of people. Come on, let's go back.
He's just like a dolphin, like an acrobatic dolphin, like
yeah, and you're just like hanging under and being dragged along.
You guys get your information. You get back to the island. I saw Pi. You wanted to do some experimentation with the crystal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, this is something that I wrote a while ago, and I'm realizing now I just never sent to you.
Okay.
It's just Dimension Door.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's Dimension Door, but flavored a little bit weird. I think I had written that you can do it as a bonus action.
Okay.
So Dimension Door is a bonus action, but the different flavoring there is that every time you step through it, you're technically going through 2 doors. You're walking from your current place to a middle dimension to the place that you want to be. And and that middle dimension is like a brief moment.
That's really funny how you read exactly what I was thinking. I'm like, wait, what's in the middle dimension? Can I find somebody in the middle dimension?
Like you walk in and now you have 2 choices. You as soon as you step in, you're out on the other side. But like as you're passing by, like if you're on a train's going really fast, and then you're in like a tunnel, and the tunnel has a light, and you can see the light like zoom by the window of the train. Yeah. That's what the other dimension is. Like it is a light that is zooming past your window, and you're like, yes, there's something else there.
Okay. And what, in terms of hit dice, how many do I need per trip?
It would cost, I think it was just
one the first time
one.
I used it.
Yeah.
But I
one
also
each
does
way.
does Dimension Door determine that it's a place that I need to know where it is, or can I just know of the place?
So it's got to be within 500 feet.
Yeah, I got that part, but
and
do
as
I have
long
to be
as
able to
you
see the
know,
inside of it?
no, you can just say like direction, I believe.
Okay. Then I'm gonna be putting my hit dice into this thing, so that I can get. I'm gonna be popping around all over the damn place.
What is y'all's proficiency bonus? 5?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll say you can store up to 5 at one time of your
Okay.
hit dice in there.
So I already had 2 in it, so I'm gonna, yeah. So I'll do 3, and hopefully I'll recoup those before the next morning. Then, I was trying to think if there's anything else I needed to know about it. No, I think that's it. I'm wondering if we talked about having her go talk to Giovanna. Is there a reason to do that? Should she, because Giovanna has lost her god before?
Oh, I mean, you're still welcome to, for sure. She's a paladin, so it is going to be a bit different, and the new information that you have about yours, it's not quite the same as someone losing a god, but I would say it's probably close enough that like it wouldn't be weird for Pi to want to speak to her about it.
I'm just trying to figure out if I'm gonna get any new information or not, but something's bugging me. I want to figure out how Hunger knew to come here and get Menti and like I'm trying to figure. I haven't been able to phrase the question yet. I need a little time to think. So
okay.
Whatever else you want to
no
do, that would be fine.
I think this was just where we would do long rest.
Okay.
None of you guys sleep well or soundly by any means. The ticking is still there. The next morning, all of you are awoken by a very loud thud, like a wooden door being blown up, and a yell of, "Where is he?"
So cooked. I'm so cooked. I'm so cooked.
This is coming from the city itself. Not the ships. It's not out at sea. Running outside and assessing the situation. Barca. Old, late 60s human wearing only half of his armor because the other half would just be too heavy for him at this point.
Oh.
Not even holding his sword, just dragging it behind him because, again, it is a bit too heavy for him at this point in his life.
Mm-hmm.
The front door of his house has been blown off. And Barca is trudging towards the center of town, yelling, "Where is he?" Bodies are flying. You can see, like, this is the first time you've ever seen in Barca.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. Barca's got like Jedi powers, basically, is all you need to know. I think CB is probably looking for information. He's basically a Jedi.
Yeah. Shout out
He'll
to Jason.
a guard or two would like run up to him, and then he would just turn his head and then flick, and then they would just fly away.
Oh, that's cool.
And he is just beelining towards where he believes Ire McFenny is.
Oh.
And what you guys are able to find out through the murmuring and the rumoring, Giovanna is there. A couple of Barca's old friends have shown up, and there's a scream from his door. Barca woke up this morning, and on the pillowcase next to him in bed was one of Lakaire's horns that had been sawed off and left for him to see. And that is where we're going to break.
Oh, man. And we're back.
Got my water. It's right there. Hold on.
Hydrate. Hydrate chat. Hydrate chat.
I could see it. It was just
Take your meds if you need them.
I don't have meds, but I probably need them.
I have meds that I don't need necessarily.
Okay, jumping back in. There was a boom. There was a scream. The discovery of a horn sawed off the head of Lakair. Barca has gone on a rampage. Ire McFenny is getting off the boat, being greeted by the mayor. People are moving out of the way, grabbing their children, hiding. City guardsmen, the King's Guard alike, all step up, trying to stop Barca. Many of them get launched hundreds of feet out into the sea. Without having to lift his sword at all, it is flying around his head and returning back to him. If Bark is going down, very, very many are going with him. And he gets up to Ire McFenny, very close to him, before 8 people have to grab onto him, pull him back. And he's just yelling, "I know who the fuck you are! You killed my friend! You've come to the wrong fucking island! You should have stayed dead when we killed you in that fucking tower!"
I will wild shape into a owl. Well, I'll crack my window open first, the wild shape to an owl, and then kind of hover over the scene a bit.
Ire McFenny.
What about
Rearrange the letters.
Oh my god.
What?
Rearrange the letters.
McFinney. Mincefire.
Oh, I typed it wrong in the chat. Hold on. There's no extra E at the end.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Oh man.
God damn it. Okay.
Would Ben just do an anagram?
Yes, Ben would just do an anagram.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well played. Oh, jeez.
I should have known. It was too dumb a name.
I spelled it so wrong in my book too.
It's
So right.
Irish, maybe.
That's on me, guys. I should have caught that. Anyway, sorry. Didn't mean to interrupt.
Barca is subdued, partially because of just the sheer amount of people that have gotten to him. Partially because he has been just launching his own life essence on this march over, and you can see the wear of all of the years just on his face. Every time another person gets launched, another wrinkle forms.
What does McFenny do?
He just stands there with his hands behind, like a dad at a cookout. Just doesn't react. Just smiles. Just hands held behind his back. And then after Barca is dragged off, he goes, "Well, what a way to say good morning. It's nice to see you again too, Barca. Have I met him before? Doesn't matter." And then just continues with the mayor inside City Hall.
How does others react to Lakaire's, not Lakaire, sorry, he's dead. To Barca's
I hope he's at it.
sorry. How do others react to Barca's outburst? Guess based on what happened before with the aftermath of the snow and all that stuff, and then Barca basically saying what everyone is thinking without saying it. How are others reacting?
There's a level of subdued indifference from most of just the civilians. A lot of the city guard tried to stop Barca, and most of them are just now unconscious or bleeding. The King's Guard, of which there were 6, is now down to 3. The other 3 are dead, fully stabbed, like swords straight through the fucking gut, if not the throat. One of them has no head anymore.
Wow.
Yeah, he was big mad. But the efforts have, like, as soon as Barca started going crazy like that, a lot of people just moved out of the way. The only people around that could have probably stopped him were like Giovanna. But there's a part of Giovanna that's like, God, I hope he fucking gets there.
Second question, that's actually 2 parts. Does Barca wear the colors of the school? And or after this happens, what do the Doom Scrolls look like?
So Barca would no longer be wearing the colors of the school. But he is still known. He spent most of the last 30 years as an instructor at that school. The Doom Scrolls would probably read something along like some combination of like former instructor goes crazy on
Diplomat.
King's guest. Yeah.
We talked about nail in coffin. How many more nails in coffin?
And you guys can see some sails now on the horizon.
Ooh, shit.
Olok.
I mean,
Olok kind of followed the situation into where Ire was and Barca, seeing the sales, all the other sales coming in.
This isn't policing. This is a takeover. He doesn't want peace. He wants control.
Excuse you. Maybe I should apologize and start over. I do not care for this name calling. You claim I'm here to take over. I have been nothing but peaceful since arriving. In fact,
it's not what you've done here. It's what you've done elsewhere, isn't it?
I've been in many places. I am the court wizard of the king. I do the king's bidding, which, as everyone knows, is God ordained.
What did Barca mean by you should have died in that tower? What did he mean he knew who you were?
I don't know. I've never been... Okay, here we go. I've never been on this island before. I'd never even heard of this island before. Barca was introduced to me yesterday. He was I don't know.
I knew you were a cowardice god, but I didn't know you were this cowardice.
Look, there's a lot of
Is it cutting
guards.
out?
No. I'm saying there are a lot of guards around you right now.
That's fine.
A lot of weapons are being pointed in your direction.
That's fine. Olok stands on 2 feet and business.
I will drop down on the other side of the group so that I'm behind McFanny, and kind of change back into my Firbolg form. And I'll say,
I know. Everyone, calm down. Let us solve this diplomatically.
Aiden,
Where is your major? Major?
Aiden, what was the name of the rock race? I want to say it right. Is the Kerell?
Kerell.
Okay.
well,
They were called Kerell. Past tense.
That's nice. Major, give me one of those circle circle of truth. Yes? That is the one. Yes, maybe this will help you all realize that you have the wrong delusions.
Go on then.
Sorry, over the table. Rick, you can't cast that, right?
I can.
I can't cast Son of Clear.
So
I don't have it prepped, but you
I
do. But I think Pi does, yeah.
Okay.
I do.
No. Let one of ours cast it.
I got you.
And I'll kind of usher an arm towards Pi.
Then I gotta find it.
I hold an action.
Did I? Oh, I didn't. Okay. For a second there, I thought maybe I did. I unprepared. I was like, no. All right, I've got it. I'm casting it.
Okay, you go to cast Circle of Truth.
Zone of Truth. Yep.
Zone of Truth. The carving of the alligator starts to glow.
Mm-hmm.
You feel Mentiroso inside of you.
Mm-hmm.
And all you hear is, "What a prick. And then the magic dies.
What?
Oh.
Pi, you're the only one. It was in your head. It was the voice of Mentiroso telling you, what a prick. And then the spell is not cast. And Ire McFinney is standing there going, what do they even teach at this school?
I don't know what happened. I can't.
Ugh.
Is it because it wasn't a violent spell?
Olok will turn to Pi.
Pi. People will die.
I'm sorry. I don't. It's not working. I cast it. It didn't work.
You have to. You have to.
Okay.
Everyone here will die. They will burn this to the ground if we do not find out what's happening.
I'll try again.
You go to cast Zone of Truth.
No, I'm gonna do it again. That's
Yeah. The wood carving lights up. And it starts to glow. And it's glowing brighter and brighter than it has ever before. And then suddenly, the four of you notice it's gotten really cold and really dark. And looking around, all you can see is the four of each other. And a glowing, very powerfully glowing wood carving. And you all hear a familiar voice. Perhaps the spell would work better if your god wasn't trapped. And out of the darkness, the humanoid form of Hunger materializes.
Give him
Don't
back.
worry. Just what I was hoping you'd say. And he pulls out the iron flask. And he goes, you know, for something like an hour after a creature has been left out of this flask, they have to do what I say. And he puts his hand on the cork, about to take it off, and he goes, I just want to take a moment to make sure that all of you take in just how much better we are than you.
Olok goes to run and grapple him.
You just phase right through him.
I cast Hold Person on him. Subtly.
You do not feel your connection to the weave in this space. Now, we can't have that. Olok, Pi, and Letto make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh boy. Okay, I got a +8.
Wisdom is plus 8.
27.
I love that these are the wisdom group. This is the wisdom squad. And me.
Hold on. Does a 30 count?
16. 8 plus 8.
A 30 would be really good if he wasn't a god.
Oh,
I'll take a 30 still.
Genuinely impressed. I was like, when I was setting the DC for this, I was like, there's no way I need to put it at 32, right? And then I did, and
yeah. It's 17 on the die, plus 8, plus 5 proficiency.
wow.
Yeah.
work.
Well done. Almost.
Should've been-
Anyway,
should've
you're
been
all
almost.
Now, be good. Try not to move much. He's quick, but he is stupid. And he opens the iron flask.
Oh, God.
And two things pop out of it. A handwritten note and an open bag of holding.
Okay, that's funny.
He leans down to pick up the note.
Oh, I'm going to hit a moment to think.
Ooh.
I think you're held.
Yes.
Am I?
you are.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you're
Son of a
currently
bitch.
being held. You can all see it because he flips it around to point it at Rick, and he goes, "Smart one. What the fuck does this even mean?" And when he does it, it just says, "I'm in your fucking walls."
He's in the walls. He's in the goddamn walls.
You are the one who decided to attempt to catch the god of the bit?
You're right.
If you expected anything else, you're fucking stupid.
Ha ha.
Watch your fucking tone. It is not too late for me to renege our deal.
It's a little late. But we're still
The
friends.
note disintegrates. And he looks at Rick and he goes, "I have about had it with this plane of existence. I leave it in your hands. You have 2 minutes to figure out what you want done with this whole fucking place. Mince fire." And hunger dematerializes, leaving Olok, Pi, and Letto held in place, with Rick and Vera alone in a dark, cold pocket dimension.
Explain yourself. You love to talk. Explain yourself.
I thought you figured it out already. Oh, this fucking group does too fucking much. I've been so quiet, watching.
Shit.
Really, really, really wanting to see what you all would do. But God, your plans are fucking ridiculous.
Rick,
Rick? It was a good name, but... Listen, I don't. You see that? No, you see nothing. You're in a fucking pocket dimension right now. That outside. You really think you three could do anything about it?
Misfire.
Hi.
Olok will like try to break free of the hold.
We trusted you!
That got you where? Blaming a silly sap who was barely paid enough to do what I asked him to do? Here's the truth, friends. And he like leans down, almost squatting, watching the three of you. Funnily enough, you don't matter that much to me for me to actually want to do anything to you. I lied to you. I did. Did. Do. I do like you. But that outside is going to be a problem for all, including you. And I don't feel like staying to see it happen. You can come with me if you want. Start our own shindig. I didn't come back here just to watch the scraps of my fucking power be abused by pieces of shit! So I'm leaving. Up to you if you want to join. First. He looks down to Vera. I do love you. You've been a helpful reservoir. So sorry that all of that made you so allergic, but things have been exponentially fast-forwarded, so I love you, but I love my power more. And the tip of his wand is going to touch the top of Vera's head. And she is going to start to dissolve into nothingness. And that power flows through the wand back to me. Oh! That feels more like it! Oh!
Olok's gonna try to break out. He's gonna try to break out. What roll do I need to do? I'll do it at disadvantage. I don't even care.
Go ahead and make another. We'll do a wisdom saving throw.
Can I let him out?
Yeah. I was going to say, at the end of this speech, all of the holds are dropped. The pocket dimension starts to vanish away. And everything around you is still frozen in time for a moment. But you can see out at sea, the sails on the horizon have gotten closer and closer. You can see 2 Crimson Lord ships are now moving out to greet them. There are people, hundreds of people, waiting in the arena. And then there are you 3 standing in front of Mincefire and Ire McFenny.
Do I have my power
You've
back?
been-
Do I feel it? Can I feel Menti?
You will have an answer to that next week. Because this
Rude.
is where we're calling it for the day.
It's gonna cut and Olok is mid jump. It's gonna like this.
Thank you guys so much for watching. It was a little bit of a slow burn for a penultimate episode, but boy did we get there. Next week there's going to be a little bit of a fun video montage to watch to start next week. All of the solo RP episode one-shots that I did with CB throughout the course of the past
Oh my god.
7 to
you
9
shit.
weeks. And you guys are just get to watch, because I'm not sending it to anybody ahead of time. We're all gonna watch it together. It's gonna be a lovely way to begin the final episode of Doom Scroll, which, might I remind you, you were given the opportunity to leave with Minsfire to it wherever else, but I'm gonna go ahead and assume no one's gonna take that option. I'm really excited to find out
No.
what option you
Let's
all
say.
do, in fact, take. This has been fun. I'm very excited to jump into combat for next episode. There's a lot going on. There's a lot happening. A lot of this has been so fun for me. It's like, how do I make sure that they don't figure it out, and when Annie was like, that might be an anagram, I was like, well, now I have to introduce an anagram. Because it was an anagram the whole
I
time.
CB.
Talked myself out of that. Talked myself out of it. And
Oh
I was
my
like,
God.
no.
I was gonna have my whole moment of like putting Ricard Femine's the second in the air, and then deleting part of the Ricard in the second, and then rearranging the letters.
Yeah, the other guy's name is actually just Iron McFenny. That's just
Just as
his
Iron
name.
McFenny.
Oh.
We will let's check in with our players and before we do our sign off. Well, Aiden, we'll start with you.
Aiden's gonna.
Trusted you. I trusted you.
All right.
Where did that get me? Hurt.
Some pain.
Damn it. Damn. I'm never gonna trust anybody ever again. Oh, it's so good. Oh, but like nothing led to this. There's nothing.
Oh, but it did. It
Yeah,
did.
but like so finite that like it
did.
was stuff you brushed off. That you're like, well, yeah. Aiden's in pain. Olok is pissed.
Fair.
That's good.
Oh.
No, that's good. Yeah, Olok obviously feeling a bunch of betrayal, right? There was moments where Olok had these very intimate moments with Rick, shared personal things. And I'm sure I'm gonna get a little tidbit of that in one of those little 1v1 DM sessions.
Oh man.
Pain, agony, even.
Agony.
I'll pass it on to Feff. I got nothing.
I'm Feffers. Sir Feffers. The primary dungeon master of the Longshot table. Letto was already trying to like scheme how to get out of that. And the solution I came up with was twin subtle cast freedom of movement on my two allies and hope they could do their best. And it might work, might not. That's all I had. That's all I had in the pocket. I was terrified. I am
Unfortunately,
terrified.
you are not a sorcerer. You cannot not do two meta magics at once.
Really?
Only one. Only sorcerers can do that.
Yeah, then it would have been cooked. That I might have. Oh, yeah. Not good. Not good. Not good. Letto doesn't. Letto. This is like one of the worst case scenarios for Letto. Because to be so real, Letto from the jump was like, I can't even bandy words with this guy. I can't even like match his wit. How am I gonna? I was leaning. Letto is leaning on Rick for like the game plan the whole time. He'd be like, yes, this, that, and the other thing. Right, Arcanist, right, Wizard? Like, oh. So that, those two things just being yanked from under him, he's flailing. He's not even mad, he's panicking. God, I will do more outro stuff as current timeline Feffers. So for now, over to you, Annie.
Oh boy, Pi's got feelings. This is like a double whammy on her because she lost her god last time, and now she loses what she thought was a friend. I don't know how she's ever gonna trust anybody ever again. But the one thing that I do have in mind is the fact that that Menti did not get caught. So that means that these guys can be fooled. And she did get a little message from him once that I still have not talked about. And so she's bearing that in mind. So she's got something, she's got not a great plan, but she has plans. Pass it on if you'd like, Omega.
Yeah, hey friends. My name's Omega, also known as CB, Critbard. He, they pronouns here. I've been playing Ricard from I've been playing Mincefire. I can finally say that.
The whole time.
The whole time.
And I'm very, very, very excited for what is going to come from this, especially knowing that BBEG from part 1 and BBEG from part 2 have teamed up for part 3. You know, I'm here having a good time, but who knows what's gonna happen? You think one thing and something can always happen.
Yeah,
and I want it very clear. Whatever happens in the next episode, I'm all for it. Them's the world, them's the things. But yeah, very excited to be here. Thank you, Ben, for trusting me when I had this silly idea. And I will pass it back to you, Ben.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Ben Brainard. If you've liked this, I love you.
Aw.
I think this was so fun to see come together so well. Before the season, the campaign began, I had some ideas for the plot and the storyline, and when I was just talking with all the players individually about like what they wanted to do and what kind of character they wanted to be, and CB was the whole time he was like, I want to do a wizard, and I was like, that's great, we haven't had a wizard, I think it'll be fun. And then just the way that they described how they wanted to play this wizard, I was like, hey, how do you feel about secretly being a villain? And he was like, I love that kind of thing. And I was like, good, because everything you've said fits so well with what I have been writing. And this is going to be fun. It's been a ton of fun for me to find ways to leave little bits of puzzle for you guys to find and enjoy and put together, while also figuring out a way to make it so it doesn't just become obviously CB from the get-go. And it's been fun for me to watch, and you guys have all played so fucking well.
I want to give huge props to Annie, who has been not realizing but on my shit the entire time. And I'm just like, hey Ben, so what's our plan for it? This gets revealed too soon.
After every session, CB would message me like, what are we gonna do about Annie knowing? She knows. And,
she knows.
She knows.
And every time I've been like, I think I have a thing that maybe could throw her off for a minute, I guess. And,
oh my gosh.
But it's been a lot of
Props,
fun
Annie.
From both sides, and I think all of you guys have been playing it really, really well as well. So I'm excited for our final episode. We'll see if I have some more reveals up the sleeve, but
Man.
I do think it's going to be a pretty big battle.
Yeah.
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 Listen,
We're
Mincefire,
gonna
he said
be
he's
fine. We're
leaving.
gonna
He
be
didn't feel like
fine.
being here.
Amazing.
Back
Angry.
to you.
Yeah,
It's gonna be fine.
back to you, current timeline, Feff.